This section is the lightest section of the show. It's called Commentary on American Society. And what it looks at are themes in America that Brodner is poking fun at or commenting on or amusing us with. The first piece that I chose for this section is from 2007. It's the takeover of the Wall Street Journal by Rupert Murdoch's Media Corporation. And Rupert Murdoch is depicted here as an angel, supposed angel, with a little devil behind his head. And he, of course, he's coming up to the Wall Street Journal, and the reporters there and the staff who are all looking up at him as he's saying, "I am the beneficent Rupert Murdoch." But behind him is, of course, a cadre of devils who are going to be transforming the Wall Street Journal into Murdoch's plaything. Another great piece is a book cover. Brodner every so often does book covers. This one's for a book called The Full Rudy by Jack Newfield, which got into and underneath the Rudolph Giuliani persona. And I love the way he depicts Giuliani here as this figure who has the American flag wrapped himself, literally. Of course, Giuliani in the nude, which grabs us. And of course, the Broadway marquee of The Full Rudy here as well. And Giuliani saying, "Here I am, love me," is a great piece. Another wonderful piece that Brodner did that is at once dark, satirical, yet humorous is called Muzzling the Muppets. It takes as its frame of reference the photographs of Lindy England, the figure who took pictures in the Abu Ghraib prison scandal in Iraq, and substitutes her for George W. Bush, going, "Yes," as you have figures of favorite PBS characters like Big Bird, the Teletubbies, Bill Moyers, behind bars as if they're about to be tortured. And it refers to the Bush administration's attempt to gain political control of the public broadcasting service in 2006. So it's Brodner's take, his satirical take, on what he perceives is going on at that time. This is another great piece of Brodner's. During the enactment of the trans fat ban in New York City in 2007, Brodner created this hysterical piece of Mayor Michael Bloomberg as a sort of keystone cop, rounding up what he called the usual suspects. What we have here is a French fry, a turkey leg, a cigarette butt, and they're all being hauled off to the paddy wagon by the food police, as Brodner describes them. So it's at once a very humorous, satirical take on this, what Brodner describes as the silly trans fat ban in New York City. Brodner also looks at cultural icons and updates them for the present day. And for us, he has chosen Norman Rockwell. This piece here shows us Norman Rockwell's Freedom from Want, one of his famous 4 freedoms. And Brodner is updating it for the 1990s. This was done in 1992 or so, where the family is feeding themselves on the bounty of McDonald's and serving a television set. The sort of all-consuming nature of the modern American family, not so much involved with each other, but involved with their narcissism. For us, for this particular show, for the Rockwell Museum, Brodner did a caricature of Norman Rockwell. The title of this is Norman Rockwell's Reaction to Steve Brodner. Specifically, Norman Rockwell puts up with Steve Brodner as his hand is on the side of his face going, "Oh my gosh," with what Steve Brodner is doing. And it's really quite funny to see his vision of Norman Rockwell looking at us. The last piece that I want to talk about in the American Society, the Commentary on American Society section, is a 3-part or triptych image of the world. Global warming, again, a recurring theme in Brodner's art. He's showing the world in 2005, when he produced this work, as being covered with oil derricks and really sort of dark, dark, dark place. 2010, the world literally explodes and it's trying to heal itself. And then by 2076, what we've got is windmills and solar power, and the world is back to being happy again. So it's his take on global warming, that there will be a positive outcome to the problems that we face today. And I felt very important, that it was very important that this be put at the last piece in the show. That Brodner, for all of his negativity and snarkiness, and smugness, really tries to show a positive outcome to the problems of the world.